Hello and welcome to another episode. So today I'm really excited because I want to share with you guys 5 things that I started to do that put an end to social media time waste for myself. So I'm sure that you guys are kind of familiar with the whole social media dilemma. I was literally just talking to someone this morning who was saying that, she has to stay out of social media because it just depletes her energy so much, which I totally get. It was I actually enjoy being in social media. And I'm pretty good at getting out when I'm starting to notice that, it's making me not feel good. But that doesn't mean that I don't waste my time in social media, which I, absolutely do. And there's so many tactics out there that basically lead us to end up basically wasting our time in social media, sort of like connecting with people in groups and, having your own group, posting Facebook ads, creating Pinterest posts, Instagram, like doing all the stuff, right? And it can be so hard to decide and commit to, just one or two of those things for yourself because, we know that they're all important. We know that they all have value. And, while we're still trying to figure out which one works best for us and how to make it work best for us, it's so hard to not keep all of your eggs in that one basket, right? Because, we could be spending all this time trying to do something that is, not necessarily the best or easiest thing for our business. So, I find that leads most of us to do other things when sometimes we shouldn't, but then at the same time, sometimes we find something pretty special. Like, for example, when Pinterest first came out, 10 years ago, give or take, I went on a weird Pinterest thing. And all of a sudden, 90, no, not 90, that's an exaggerated, 60% of my traffic was coming from Pinterest, basically increased my traffic, and was one of the few places I was still getting traffic from after one of the algorithm updates with Google. So that was really great that I took that little detour. And, I even taught courses. I even taught a course on how to, optimize Pinterest and, get the most out of it. So I'm not going to sit here and kind of say, well, just pick one, and because, I feel like that's unrealistic. We may focus on one mostly, but let's face it, you know what I mean? We're going to have a moment of weakness. We're going to step away, and that moment of weakness could end up being something we regret, but it could also bring us something that's kind of awesome. So what I have decided to do instead, or a while ago I actually decided to do this instead, is to just basically optimize what I'm doing in social media, and not just to get more results from what I'm doing, but to actually get the content out there a lot more quickly and easily. So I'm just going to share 5 ways that I did that in just 1 minute. But okay, let's talk about what it's like without doing these things, right? So, for example, it's Monday morning and you're like, crap, I don't have any posts for this week. And you kind of make your posts and, 3 days goes by before all of your images are done, all the copy's done. And well, sometimes it's not even done and you just do it day by day. And, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon before, you get to the important work that you need to do for your clients. Social media is important too, but you know what I mean, right? There's deadlines and all of that stuff, which sometimes we put off for the marketing of our business. What else? So yeah, you need a selfie for your pictures, and all of a sudden you're like, again, I have to do my hair, I have to like do my makeup, oh, what am I gonna wear? Oh, I feel ugly, blah, blah. You go through all the emotions, you waste all this time, and it's, again, 1 or 2 o'clock before you're able to, get to a lot of the deadline work that you need to work on. And I also found that by doing it that way, because I was always trying to catch up, it made it really hard to create and stick to a strategy. Content tends to be all over the place because constantly like, oh crap, I have to do this, as opposed to really being able to think through the process and do something that's, actually going to be really effective and streamlined and going to simplify your life and all of the important things that we need, right? And then, Facebook especially, I would, be doing all of this outreach, making so many connections. I wasn't getting any leads from it. And it was a little bit of a bummer. So, all this work, not getting nearly as much in return as what I was putting into it. And, that just sort of like really affecting your confidence. You know what I mean? So now I think I mentioned this last week as well, I use design templates because it's just nice to have something to go through. So I have design templates set up with my branding in them, sample locations for wording, all that stuff that, have my colors, and I have them prepared in square format for Facebook and Instagram, and then also a tall version for Pinterest. So literally I just hop in there, I pick one of the templates, usually don't even have to play around with the colors. Sometimes I do, but not really. The fonts are set, everything's set, and I am able to create it, on a Friday afternoon quite easily. I also take all of the selfies I need for easily 3 to 6 months, if not more, in an hour. That's what I actually teach in the selfie upgrade challenge course that I have, how to take, super professional selfies that don't necessarily look like selfies that you can use in all of your marketing, like your website, your social media posts, your sales pages, everything. So that has been amazing. This is something I started this year, and I'm still sort of getting into the groove of it, but it is amazing. I basically plan and write out all of my content in 1 week. So essentially, I create a theme for the month, and, based on my big strategy, what I'm planning to launch that month, or what I want to focus on that month or week in terms of my business. And I create all of the content for it. Kind of starts out as like a big brainstorm with just very, very high level ideas. Like this month, my theme revolved heavily around simplifying. Knowing when I want to release things helps me decide what topic to focus on in each specific week. I've also created new, which is a marketing plan for the entire quarter. So what this includes is basically, everything that I want to launch, everything that I want to market, everything, all of the concepts that I want to share, all of the ideas that I want to put out there. I have this all in this full year, and then also quarter marketing plan. And, at the beginning of each quarter, I totally hash out in detail everything for that quarter, and then obviously every month I go in and I tweak it and do the same thing. So taking a day every month to do that has saved me so much time, has allowed me to create social media posts that are 5,000 million times better, because there's a better strategy to all of it. And finally, I implemented a Facebook funnel. So I've known about the Facebook funnel for a really long time. The purpose of it is so that people who come across you on Facebook can easily find out more information about you, sign up for something, whatever. You're basically not losing people that you connect with. They can get more information about you from your Facebook profile. So I'm actually doing a training in my group this Thursday where I will show people all of the pieces that are important for a Facebook funnel, as well as, for those who may not know what a Facebook funnel is, sort of explain what it does, how it's supposed to work, how to get the best out of it. And I will be selling all of the templates and kits that I use personally to create my Facebook funnels, as well as those of my clients. So these things, like just being able to have templates that are easy to customize, every month, because I try to create the majority of them at the beginning of the month, and I'm really hoping that, within 6 months, I will have streamlined this process, and that's where I'll be. And, just not having to stop to take a selfie because I realize a selfie will be better is amazing. Not sharing stock photos anymore because, it's easier than creating a graphic or taking a selfie, because, stock photos are fine. And I think that there's a place for them in our branding and marketing. I use them in my group a lot, but that can't be all that we do, right? We need to have a mix of our face, and then we need to have a mix of, branded graphics as well. So huge, huge, huge difference. Yeah, so make sure you join my group if you want to participate in the Facebook funnel training. And Selfie Upgrade course is open for enrollment, and I'd love to hear what you guys do to, put an end to the social media time waste as well. Thanks.